everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. I am your host, Brian Cartwright. From what I understand, this week, presenting the results of a survey, which was a lie, we have Rocky Hardy.
I'm sorry, a lie?
A lie.
No, hold on. Actually, Tegan's also here, everyone.
I am also here.
I don't want to get away from this. Brian, what about this is a lie?
Various idiots on the internet.
That's not a nice way to refer to our fans.
Right.
Okay.
First of all, you're being rude to our listeners.
To our listeners, man.
All right.
And people who follow us on social media, like Jesus Christ.
All right. Various scumbag liars.
Wow.
God.
Yeah, that sounds like Brian. He would double down. Go on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's not fun anymore.
Oh, it's not fun anymore? This isn't fun for you, Brian? I'm sorry that defending our fans is a thing that takes the fun out of things for you.
At least I don't have COVID.
Oh my god, Brian, you were saying something.
Yes, I was accusing our fans of being liars.
Uh-huh, because
they are.
okay.
Let me thread that needle for you.
Sure, go ahead. Waiting for it.
You asked them in good faith.
I did.
Not as a joke or for yucks.
Mm-hmm.
You said, do you buy movie? Then they said, I buy movie.
Right.
And then you said, do you buy record? Then they said, I buy record.
Mm-hmm.
They're lying.
How do you know this?
Because I fucking know.
Brian, I answered qualifying questions. I cleared up, blind spots throughout the week in the act of conducting this survey. And you're just going to spit in my face and tell me I was a rube for listening to these people's answers. Fuck you, Brian.
Rocky?
I do appreciate that looks like everyone who voted for the first one also voted for the second one.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. Thank you for participating in both parts of the survey.
Rocky?
Yes?
I love you. I can't help that they're pieces of shit.
Brian,
I answered the survey. Are you saying I'm a piece of shit too?
also, none of that sounds like an apology.
Tegan,
Yeah.
you're exempt.
Okay.
Because you have multiple years of canonical evidence being a physical media weirdo documented on the show.
Yes, I do. And I did. Okay, so I will let you know how I voted specifically. I said I do buy movies.
Mhm.
I do not buy albums,
For sure.
which is accurate. Because I do buy a lot of, anime movies, and I did get the Detective Pikachu movie as soon as it was available.
Oh, fuck, I forgot that came out.
But, I don't typically buy music albums, especially not from, large artists. I think the last album I bought was two years ago, and it was a Tessa Violet album, so...
I didn't know you fucked with Tessa Violet. I respect that.
Yeah! I like her. I enjoy watching her on YouTube, and now also on TikTok.
Also on TikTok.
But that's how I voted.
I mean, I personally am very bad about buying movies. I don't buy them. I don't actually listen to a lot of music, which is a whole thing. But the music that I do listen to, I tend to buy.
So you were the opposite of me.
Yeah. I mean, that's more of my upbringing. My mom bought, albums, but they were mostly, gospel albums, and that's all we listened to, in the car in the house. We didn't really buy other stuff. So if I did want to listen to other music, I did have to buy it myself. So I just learned that from a young age. Movies were just kind of around, and then, I kind of got grandfathered into streaming. I just got used to that, and so that's mostly where I'm at. I do have a couple, films that are, really important to me, but it's usually because they're not available on streaming. Bollywood films, or, stuff that's, kind of niche that I personally like, but, most people don't.
That's fair.
Also, shout-outs to fucking Stranger Than Fiction finally making it to Netflix. I always believed in you.
Stay tuned for next week to see how our audience lies to us again.
Oh my god. You do know this is going to discourage, audience participation. I'm not even sure we're going to be able to do a survey ever again.
I want more people to lie to us. I want so many people to answer the next survey, whatever it is, that Brian has to eat his hat about whether or not our fans are lying to us. Because why would so many people lie to us on the internet?
That's how the
That's what I
internet
want.
works, Tegan.
Absolutely not. There is only the truth on the internet, except when I'm trying to figure out the health of the man who currently runs my fucking country.
Look,
You know who I found is really reliable on that? And this is gonna make me sound stupid. BuzzFeed News! Who knew that BuzzFeed News does, like, real journalism? I'm shocked and pleasantly surprised.
Honestly, whenever I need, like, real political news, I just pick up a copy of Teen Vogue. They've always shot straight.
Yeah, Teen Vogue's also good! I had a whole conversation with Alex on Friday afternoon about how I was just absolutely... It's obviously, like, a symptom of a greater issue, but, like, the thing that was really getting me was that I couldn't reliably go online and find out from any one news source how the leader of my country was actually doing health-wise. And I was like, this is dumb! Why can't I just find a straight answer? When Boris Johnson got COVID, the BBC was just like, this is where he's at right now. Why can't I do that? Ugh. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm going to seize this small moment, and I'm gonna rant about esports for a little bit, if that's cool with everyone here.
Which sports are you going to be ranting about?
I'm going to be ranting about the League of Legends World Tournament right now, mostly because that's currently what's happening.
Okay.
I am embarrassed to be someone that lives in North America when this tournament's going on.
Oh?
It's a consistent source of embarrassment. It is steady. It is reliable. It is, the United States Postal Service of, like, emotions or whatever. And I'm sick of it. It's really dumb. If we're, like, one of the most, like, advanced countries in the world or whatever, that's what I keep being told, why do we always get roasted on the world stage? I watch, like, some of the North America, like, tournaments or whatever, and the people who are on top, like, usually Cloud9, but not this year, and, like, Team Liquid.
Not Cloud9 this year?
Not Cloud9 this year. They didn't make it. They didn't even make it a play-ins.
What?
Yeah, right?
The fuck?
I don't know. I think it has
Is
to do...
Faker still up there? Or, like...
Faker's not there this year either. Like,
Faker's not there this year either? What the fuck?
Yeah, Faker's not there. Sneaky's not there. Team Liquid has a basically new lineup.
Holy shit.
And, like, TSM still has Double Lift and Core JJ, but they've also been cycling people in and out. But the thing is that, like, we see, like, dominant performances from these teams, like, in their own, like, region. But then whenever they step on the international stage, they get bullied like a European team at the fucking Olympics. And, like, it's so stupid. And I'm fucking sick of it. Riot Games is an American company. Like, we should be, like, in a similar place that we were in with, like, basketball and, like, football. Like, it's a homegrown sport. We should have the most up-to-date tech. We should be practicing in the most effective ways possible and at least show some sort of competency on the world stage. But every time we get bullied like lost school children, and it's so stupid. I'm fucking sick of it. Part of that may have to do with, like, Tencent's ownership of Riot Games, because China has been extremely dominant. But also, like, China's been doing this thing similar to what American football did when, like, they started playing the national anthem, where, like, they collaborate with, like, national governments to get subsidies, to get reach. And things like net cafes are a lot more ubiquitous in China. And, like, their finals supposed to be played in an actual soccer stadium this year. No word yet on whether or not there will be human spectators, in case you're worried about COVID. But I don't want esports to be the place where, like, America becomes the Mets of, like, the world. Like, I mean, there's the thing, like, with soccer or whatever, like, we don't really care about soccer. And, like, that's fine. Because whenever...
But our women's team's fucking good.
They are always consistently
They're
good.
so fucking good.
But, like... if we decide to not care about certain things, that's fine. But, like, I care about esports. And, like, I don't want to be let down by my own region. But I also don't want to, like, jump ship and just, like, stand South Korean teams for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want that to be my future. I'd like to do everything I can to change it. Also, I was initially going to rant about, like, the casting quality in League of Legends, because it's not up to par with the things that I'm used to with the fighting game community. But seeing the actual, like, group stage matches just seems like they were just holding back for the first like week of games because they were play-ins and they didn't expect to be as many people, even though they were consistently having about 1 million viewers watching at like 3 a.m. Pacific time, but whatever. Now, like, I think it's just more that the play-by-play is a lot more intense in like a game like League of Legends because there are so many more variables in play that need to be talked about at any particular moment. Right. I still feel like the color commentary is weak, and I don't think they're utilizing statistics and analysis at a point that I find enjoyable or like in depth with something that I know that they have access to.
Right.
Whatever. Like, I'd like NA to get their shit together, and if they need help, please tell me how.
I wish the League of Legends commentary was helpful.
Right.
And not just a bunch of people going, oh my god, did you see that? Because the answer is no, I didn't see that. Can you tell me what the fuck just happened? The answer is no. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see the play leading up to it. I want you to do that freeze frame thing where you go back over the play like they do in football with the arrows and shit. I want that. Can you please show me that? Oh, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Also,
tell me why these champions are good against each other. Tell me why these players are picking certain champions to go against the other team or banning certain champions. Tell me, like, what the current gen, like, because they're usually, like, for the tournaments, they're usually, like, 1 or 2 patches behind.
Right.
So, like, which patch are they using and how is that affecting their play from what we're seeing in, like, the actual, like, live game,
Yeah.
I want to know that shit, but they never talk about it.
There was one thing that when it started happening in, like, fighting game casting, or fighting game, like, streams or whatever, kind of annoyed me, but, like, I realize now it was actually incredibly necessary for what they were doing. Because, fighting games are full of jargon.
Mm-hmm.
There have definitely been times when I'm, like, talking about happy birthdays or footsies and no one knows what I'm talking about. But one of the things that they do in fighting game casts now is that, like, no matter what the event, as long as it's run by, like, say, Capcom, whether that's, like, Street Fighter League or Capcom Pro Tour events, during, like, non-game segments where they're, like, running ads or, like, when they're waiting in between matches, they'll run, like, these kind of, like, I forget what they're called, but, like, these little bars under the screen. Not quite like ESPN, but more like the kind of thing that they do when they describe characters in anime, like in those cards. And they'll say, like, footsies is when 2 players are trying to leverage the range of their attacks to gain an advantage in a particular game. And, like, I know that, and I knew that when they started doing that 5 years ago, but there were definitely a bunch of people that didn't know that. And, like, that coupled with, like, how many people Street Fighter V brought into, like, fighting games feels like it was really important in, like, catching up, like, the learner base. Because when I started to get serious about fighting games, like, in 2009 when Street Fighter 4 came out, none of that stuff was there. Like, I was reading fucking, like, goofy-ass, like, GameFAQs forums trying to figure out, like, what a cross-up was. And now people don't have to do that. And I think that's cool. And I'd like to see League of Legends, now that they're 10 years into, like, the life of their game, work on democratizing that kind of knowledge to, like, viewers.
That'd be nice.
Brian, you had a word.
Yes. So League of Legends is the Pepsi in this whole arrangement.
Coca-Cola being?
Dota.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, fair.
How does Dota do at communicating things like the course of play during its broadcasts? I mean, Valve yearly digs up more money than God. It's like, hey, everybody, it's the International. Didn't care about Dota last week, you won't care about it next week. But this week, the internet, like, what does the quality of those broadcasts look like?
To be honest, I don't feel like they're at fighting game caliber, but like fighting games, it is entirely a community effort. Like, I mean, Capcom Pro Tour gives money to, like, these people now, but, like, they're not running things, really. And the same thing goes for, like, non-international broadcasts of Dota.
Okay.
The same way that Valve doesn't care about Dota really until, like, the international happens, where they basically write a check for a double-digit $1 million pot, and they say, play this tournament. That's pretty much all that happens in terms of, like, Valve's engagement. But, like, players and, like, other, like, semi-pro organizations and some pro organizations run their own tournaments, and they are, dependent on like new players coming in, and Valve isn't going to do anything to help them. So they are a bit more forthcoming with their knowledge, but that still feels more like a community action than like a industry or developer one, which is what I want Riot to do. Because Riot really wants esports / like League of Legends to survive. And like Tencent's doing things to make it survive in China by like building their own ecosystem in like conjunction with the government, which is a thing that we've seen before with like the NFL. But they aren't really doing a lot in terms of like getting new players in. But given the way that some of the Riot like YouTube content has been like coming out, it does seem like they are interested in educating their viewership somewhat, but they definitely have a long way to go.
Okay. I have a question about the culture that Riot creates.
Mm-hmm.
Riot has received a lot in the last 18 months or so of criticism and static for being an incredibly shitty place for a woman to work. Like, it just has.
Not questioning that.
And Riot, like every other business in the fucking known universe, is kind of like found itself like, you know, pressed up to the ledge with COVID, where like normally they would be able to like put together like press junkets and, you know, really like change the
conversation.
Exactly. There's less of that this year because it's like, okay, manage this game and your own public relations while doing both with extremely limited resources. I'm just wondering, like, how much of, like, a cloud of Riot's shittiness has, like, hung over the casting of the game in general?
Honestly, not that much. The product is still really good, which keeps people coming in. And there are definitely, like, women that do really well with League of Legends content or otherwise. Like, I guess there's actually a literal Madonna whore complex if you want to compare Casey Tron and Pokimane, which are both female League of Legends streamers that have done very well for themselves by playing off of, like, male insecurity, for being honest.
Jesus.
And within the company, like Riot proper, there are at least a handful of, like, very public female, like, casters, analysts, devs that are involved with the company. And it's not like they came to Riot's defense, because they didn't. But they are still doing pretty well, as far as I can tell. But as far as the culture that, like, Riot, like, cultivates, they're not doing anything about it because it works for them. For the most part, like, the kind of, like, cesspool toxic nature of Riot games allows, like, people who want an outlet to place those feelings, especially in a competitive environment, or even more so, people who want to prove that this type of toxic environment isn't an obstacle strong enough to stop them from doing what they want, both flock to the game. And Riot, while they do some things to, quote, reduce toxicity, it does appear to be mostly lip service. Even if they do put in features in the game, it doesn't do a lot to curb behavior.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, like, they've tried to use behavior modification as an affirmative reward in the past. Being like,
right,
hey, you like, do this thing, get access to this thing.
Sure.
Why do you think that is not working?
Because they found a way to monetize male toxicity. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you, like, you can sit there and you can, like, talk shit and throw slurs at people, and unless someone reports you, which people have gotten increasingly better about over the years, nothing really happens. And you're locked in this space with them for 40 minutes at a time. And, like, let's say the toxic person wins on their team and they, like, go above and beyond because they're in the zone. They got to say their shit and, like, win anyways. And their team doesn't report them. Maybe nothing happens to them. And, like, even if something does happen to them, usually it's a slap on the wrist. Unless it's, like, incredibly close together, like, events. Or an extreme, like, outlandish attempt where, like, your teammates and the opposing team report you. And then you get temporary bans. And once again, an even more severe or continuous, like, patterns of behavior, you get permabanned. But even if you get permabanned, you just put in another email address and you're back in the game. Sure, you lose access to your skins, which is a whole thing, because I definitely know people that have spent thousands of dollars on this game over the past 10 years or so. you can kind of just start over and continue playing again. In fact, like, the act of smurfing, which is like when you get high enough and you're unable to have fun at the level that you're able to play at because it requires too much energy, you can just make another account and just play on that and climb with that or beat on noobs or whatever. Who knows? Doesn't matter. So, like, the reason it doesn't...
Or help teach your friends.
You could also do that. You could also...
That's something that some people have done. They use the Smurf account to teach their friends when they're first getting in.
That is actually a wholesome use of Smurf accounts. That's true.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
It is!
Okay.
So you can go in bot games with your friends and the computer doesn't try to up the difficulty on you.
Right.
Because it recognizes that, like, one player's super good and one player's super bad.
Because you have, like, matchmaking rating, like, no matter what mode you play in. So, like, even if I, like, let's say I never play ranked, but I play at the level of, like, diamond players, if I play with a new friend, it's going to try to figure out the difference between diamond and bronze. And that's going to put us, like, in a gold match, and our bronze player is never going to have fun because they're going to get raffle stomped by whoever's in front of them. Like, the difference in, like, knowledge and skill is astronomical at that point. So, like, there isn't, like, a true, like, random game mode. So, like, MMR is always going to matter.
Oh.
But, like, I think that their goal of, like, or not their goal, because it's not really their goal, but their attempts at, like, using behavior modification to make the game a better place to play is because the system itself benefits so much from toxicity that they're not going to mess with that or de-incentivize it.
I heard a Discord plus Joe Biden story this weekend.
Sure.
It was that people who work on the Biden campaign have made it so that when you log onto the Discord server, you're served up various, like, memeable Biden quotes, gifs, so on. But most recently, Biden was a doofus in public.
That just sounds like Biden to me, man.
Yes, I mean, yeah. But what it does now is it means that this, like, quasi-official Biden server is getting, like, pounded with people logging on and logging off because, like, now when you log on and log off, the Biden bot on the server will acknowledge the fact that it has been logging on and logging off continuously. Be like, hey, everybody, the year's 1970, Ricky Tikki Tavi. Just, like, I guess I've arrived. I did not expect in the year 2020 to be sitting in the same place on League of Legends and Joe Biden at the same time and have the same problem and say, I really wish someone had just explained the benefits a little bit more clearly up front, you know, because I can't, as a viewer, as somebody who, like, wants to watch esports, I have a hard time getting invested in League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
I do. It seems to be like a game which has, like, suffered from, like, years of, whether deserved or not, cultural, like, penis envy as a result of, like, Valve. And so, like, it feels like there's a certain amount of, like, gravy, there's a certain amount of, like, pouring on of the complexity in an effort to be like, oh, see, we're like a real game. We're real. And I'm like, well, you know, the benefit that my friends have been, like, shadow promising for years, whether as a player or as a viewer, is that, like, League of Legends is half as complicated and twice as fun.
I'm willing to take that like actual statement that sounds fair, but, like, it's still really complicated and it is pretty fun, to be honest. But, you know, I'm on the side where the toxicity isn't actually worth it.
Gosh,
like, okay, if I could repeat something to you just once, like, please don't judge me. One time I was playing with a friend who played, actually, I'm pretty sure he's still playing League of Legends, but he's definitely played since the game was an alpha. And I remember one time he was playing a matchup, essentially, in, like, you know, the 5-person match, where he was playing against Echo. And Echo is, like, an African-coded character. And he was playing a character, Malzahar, who's, like, a character that can spread, like, a space virus to his enemies.
right.
And so the game starts. Like, you know, before, like, anything actually happens, there's, like, a solid, like, a minute and 20 seconds where you can position and just, like, acclimate yourself to what you're about to do. And he decides to type in all chat, You Ethiopian inbred, I will give you space aids. And, like, he wasn't alone. Me and a couple of friends were in the game with him, and we were just kind of sitting there. I was like, so we all saw that, right? Like, that just happened. And that's, I have no doubt that he would have done that if he was alone, like, versus, like, playing with us. And, like, maybe that's something that's taught, or maybe that's something that's, like, innate to a person, but I definitely see shit like that when playing that game all the time. It doesn't go away. And it's just like, I don't need that in my life. I just don't. It's not necessary.
How much of a disadvantage does League of Legends suffer from, A, being a game that cannot be intuited just based on watching the visual language of the game, to B, being a game which is populated by assholes?
I don't think it hurts the game, specifically. I don't think it harms the game at all. I think it makes people not want to get into it, but, like, once again, the product's proven. Like, it's not like an okay game that's, like, populated with assholes that's hard to get into. It's actually a really interesting and deep game that's populated by assholes and is hard to get into.
It can't not be intuited, also. Like, there are definitely champions that are more friendly to newer players, and more champions that are less friendly to newer players.
Right.
Just to, like, figure out the mechanics of. And, like, once you have that, which is why, like, the free champion rotation always has some of those in there.
Right.
For brand new players who don't have any idea what they're doing. It's just, like, with, like, the major team fights and, like, that kind of stuff is where it gets confusing. And that's more because everyone's pixel shit is going off at the same time.
Right.
And that makes it harder to follow. So I feel like in, like, the professional casting scene, being able to break that down so you know what to look for, even as, like, a competent player, would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just, like, a busyness thing.
It's so much.
It sounds like a lot. It sounds like an unpleasant lot.
It is a lot, but it's not entirely unpleasant. Like, if
Okay.
I could play League of Legends without people, I think it'd be fantastic. I think it would be ongoing game of the year for the past 3 years. But, like...
If I could play League of Legends only with the people I liked.
It's also true.
If I could eliminate 100% the chance of a guy on the other team calling me someone's fucking bitch, then, like, it'd be perfect. You know?
Yeah.
If I didn't have to listen, it's the same problem with, like, voice chat on Xbox games.
Right.
Like, if I don't have to listen to some man tell me to suck his dick, then, like, it's a perfect game. As long as, that's why I like Splatoon so much. Like, I never have to hear a man tell me to suck his dick.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like...
It's great.
Call of Duty definitely got to a point where it's just like, it's just part of the culture, man. And then, like, Riot just decided, what if we can make money off of this? Like, that's pretty much it. Like, that's almost exactly what happened. One of those things, like, it didn't matter that it's, like, essentially a Dota clone. Like, it's just, like, we let people go nuts. It's easier to get into, I guess. And we as a company are trying to make sure that it's everywhere.
Jesus.
Tegan, you finished Spiritfarer.
I did finish Spiritfarer. It was very good. It was very good. I am once again recommending I'm once again asking you to consider downloading Spiritfarer. It is still available on Xbox Game Pass for free. And it is definitely worth the $30 that I spent on it on the Nintendo eShop. If not more.
Same.
I'd probably be willing to spend like $45 on that game.
Honestly, I believe if someone really told me, if I knew what I know now about Spiritfarer, and they told me it was $45, I was like, okay, I'll do it. Let's go.
Oh, it's good. It's very good. It's very good. I'm very happy with it.
Tegan, I said goodbye to a lot of passengers, like, in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Stanley was the hardest for me. And I knew he was going to be the hardest, and it was bad.
Man, Tegan, actually, Astrid hurt my feelings. And, like...
Astrid hurt my feelings a little bit, but I was mad at Giovanni, so it's fine.
Yo, I got rid of Giovanni, like, I was like, Giovanni's trash, let him go. And then Giovanni said, like, you know what, I can't be here anymore. Like, bet, say less. And, like, just...
Yeah, right?
Oh, man. But like Astrid was definitely like a person who definitely lived long, and she had a great closing speech. Brian, I think you're really gonna like Astrid. I think Atul's still gonna hurt you more, but I think you're really gonna vibe with Astrid.
Yeah, Atul's gonna hurt you more, but Astrid's cool.
That's...
It's good. It's good to... Sometimes it's good to be hurt and be vulnerable in that way.
Brian knows this. He's not... Like, Brian... Yeah. I mean, I guess you could play, like, The Last of Us 2. That's fine. Like, and then tell us about that. But, like, afterwards...
Yeah, tell us about that hurt.
You should probably play
Spirit
a different
Fair.
Hurt. Just saying.
So when I let Stanley go, when I finally took Stanley to the door, I told Alex about it while I was taking him to the door. Like, when his little, like... what's the star thing? What's
Constellation?
Called? Yeah, when the constellation popped up. Oh my god, I'm tearing already. I told Alex about it, and Alex did not respond well. It unlocked a lot of stuff for him, which was very interesting, and I wasn't expecting. And we both had a good, like, solid 3-hour cry about a bunch of stuff.
Jesus.
And then Alex was like, well, I gotta talk to my therapist now.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like, it was a good moment of open healing. For anyone who doesn't know, and I do believe I've said this at least one point in the 4 years that we've done this, Alex, when he was a kid, he was diagnosed with cancer, and he did have to talk to palliative care nurses, and he was hospitalized quite a bit. So, Stanley in particular, being a child with some kind of terminal disease, did hit very close to home for him. And he was like, I didn't even realize I was suppressing stuff. That's how suppression works? And I was like, that's how suppression works.
That's how suppression works.
It was great. It was good. But now we're all on a healthier healing path that we weren't expecting to be on, and it's good. It's overall good. And he did tell me I could say that, so it's okay. I did check with him before I was like, hey, when we eventually talk about Spirit Fair again on the show, can I tell them this? And then he's like, yeah, you can tell them this. And I was like, cool, okay. So yeah, it was fun. Very good. The end of the game is very good. It's very, it's perfect for the game. It is the perfect ending for that game. I would not want it to end any other way.
Tegan, I have one spoiler I need to ask of you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the name of the final passenger?
Yes. But I won't tell you what it is.
God damn it, Tegan! Okay, you know what? Fine, it's fine. Whatever. I'll find him myself.
Oh, wait. What do you mean by the final passenger? Do you mean the one are you missing one?
I am missing one. I know that there's one more house I need to build.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can tell you that. It's a dog. It's a dog. Her name... Oh, I don't remember her name. You can find her in Crow's Watch. You do need the dash action to get her.
For sure. That makes sense.
That's where she is, though.
Right. Well, I will probably finish that this week.
Hers is nice.
Speaking of things that are over, Monster Hunter World did their final title update. They added a old monster, Fatalis, which is the fabled black dragon, and you have to kill it, because if you don't kill it, it apparently will, like, cause enough fires on the planet to blot out the sun, and so, like, we can't let that happen. An interesting thing is that, though Fatalis is a legacy monster, it does appear to be in direct opposition to a new monster that has been introduced in the world, Safi Jiva. Like, Safi Jiva is a monster that basically causes, like, things to grow exponentially. And so, like, right. The idea for, like, Fatalis is that, like, it's possible that Fatalis enters, like, this ecosystem now at, like, an attempt of equilibrium. Because otherwise, like, you know, overgrowth would, like, take over the continent and everything would die. And so the concept is that Fatalis may be able to cause just enough destruction to, like, secure equilibrium. But we already killed Safi Jiva, so now we need to go kill Fatalis. And it is hard. It's very standard monster. It's a big black dragon and it breathes fire, but, like, it does a lot of damage, and it's fucking rude, and it's hard to disrupt. It is a good fight. and it is very fun to do with other people. And I think I'm going to replay all of Monster Hunter World once I finish farming Fatalis. But I'm really excited for what the Monster Hunter team does next. I'm very excited for Rise coming in March. But Monster Hunter World has been dope.
Huh.
Grr. Also, it's a complete game now, technically. I mean, you still got to download patches or whatever, but, like, game as content seems to be done.
Yeah. You know, when Monster Hunter World came out, I thought that was part of a big moment of Capcom pivoting away from Nintendo. But it seems like in their subsequent messaging and their subsequent product announcements that, like, there is no break from Nintendo. Like,
why is that important? What is significant about Capcom pivoting away from Nintendo?
Well, I think it's important because Monster Hunter was for, like, some time one of those ostensibly second-party franchises for Nintendo consoles where, like, okay, while technically not a first-party game, this is the only place this thing crops up. Like, one of those.
I get what you're saying.
And going to, like, a wider console release gave a chance for the series to, like, be judged on its own merits.
Okay, but I mean, before, like, Capcom started basically releasing stuff for Monster Hunter on, like, Nintendo devices, they were released on, like, Sony devices. That's where the portable team, like, came from.
It's true. But then that stopped.
Well, yeah, but that's more because of, like, the Vita and, like, the PSP and, like, Sony, like, stopping their support for, like, portable. Monster Hunter, like, at the time was a portable game because, you know, they didn't have a console budget. And so they just wanted to release on portables where they could be played.
Right. I'm interested in how, like, the fan base interacts with Monster Hunter. Like, I let the record show. I tried with it in the last 12 months. Didn't go well.
Oh, that reminds me. I owe an apology, Brian.
Okay.
I wasn't listening very hard when you were talking about getting into Monster Hunter. I was more excited about having a new person to share Monster Hunter with. And there was a thing that you told me when you were talking about games that you enjoy. That you don't like to wait too long to play them or wait for them to get good. That you don't want to learn a lot. And that the game rewards your time. And Monster Hunter, if I think about it, like, honestly, it doesn't really do any of those things. Like, Monster Hunter really wants you to learn about whatever it is it's trying to talk about. And it does take a little while to get good because it wants you to, like, gain a comfort with the systems so that you can essentially create your own narrative. And there are several times where, like, you spend time fighting monsters in Monster Hunter and you don't feel like you get a lot out of them until you do. And those are things that are integral to the Monster Hunter experience. Like, that isn't even, like, anecdotal. Like, it's definitely measured across, like, the past, like,
right.
10, 12 years of the series.
Right.
And I didn't think hard enough about that when you said it. So I'm sorry.
It's okay, son.
Damn, I want to be accepted like that. Fuck.
Tegan, you already have.
A blessing.
Fucking Monster Hunter, Jesus.
Yeah, right? Wild.
I think I'm going to pick a new weapon this time. I think I'm going to do Charge Blade. Because, like, Dual Blades is a thing that I've definitely played, like, pretty much the whole time I've been playing Monster Hunter. And I've dabbled into other stuff, but I've always been a Dual Blades main. I want to see what, like, another perspective looks like.
I'm interested in that journey.
I might stream it. Just saying.
It does sound like it's one of personal growth. And I do enjoy personal growth arcs.
Oh man, I'm definitely going to be on the road to hurting my own feelings.
That's just Spirit Fair. That's just playing Spirit Fair. Hurt yourself, but grow from it. Learn about what your weaknesses are as a person. Accept them. Accept those things about yourself.
Okay, Tegan, what's going on in Animal Crossing?
What is going on in Animal Crossing? The fall update is what's going on in Animal Crossing.
Okay.
We got pumpkins. We got so many pumpkins. I made myself a pumpkin patch. I feel like I'm in Harvest Moon. I even made a little outfit for my pumpkin patch. I go water my pumpkins every morning. It's got a scarecrow in it. It's very nice. And I'm growing. So you get a pumpkin start. And that pumpkin start grows a random colored pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
And so you plant it, and then you give it 3 days, and then on the fourth day, you'll get your pumpkins, assuming you water them every day, which is easy and very much like Harvest Moon, so I'm all about it. There are yellow, orange, white, and green pumpkins, and obviously, like, the orange ones are very common, and then like, they get rarer. And you use those pumpkins in the spooky Halloween DIYs. Spooky! And you can get those from people or from balloons or randomly in bottles for all of October.
Okay.
So there's lots of ways to get the entire set instead of what they did in the spring, which was only balloons, fuck you.
So pumpkins aren't taking over everything like the eggs were, right?
No. You grow your own pumpkins. You choose how many pumpkins you want.
For sure.
But also, the Nooklings are selling also candy. You can only buy one piece of candy a day, which sucks, but is also, like, understandable, because otherwise I would have bought 100 pieces of candy and I wouldn't buy any more candy. So, like, I understand it. And, hello, I'm gonna pick you up. He's being bad. Anyway, and then they're also selling one piece of the spooky furniture every day that you can then purchase. So, like, you can start your Halloween decorating before you get any of the recipes, which is also nice. Yeah. So I've started making jack-o'-lanterns and little, like, fall displays, which are just, like, 2 jack-o'-lanterns sitting on top of, like, some hay. And I'm gonna start putting those outside of my neighbors' houses. In order to change, so you can customize basically, all of the jack-o'-lantern displays you originally make in orange with the orange pumpkins, which are the most abundant ones. And then if you want to customize them, you have to use the other colored pumpkins instead of customization kits.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's neat. And also doesn't waste your customization kits, which is nice, because those cost money and pumpkins are free. They're not really free. But on the first of the month, Leaf was in everybody's town, or should have been in your town, selling pumpkins at a discounted rate compared to what the Nooklings charge for them. So you can buy a bunch of pumpkins for not as much money, which is nice. I did that. I have many pumpkins. It's very fun. Also, Jack, at the beginning of October, sent everyone a letter that was basically like, I'm going to be there on Halloween. And it included Jack's portrait, which does glow in the dark. It is very cool. I'm very excited.
Brian, are you going to add Jack's portrait to your spooky house?
I think that I need to get back on the horse. This just sounds like too much fun to not fuck with.
Yeah, I highly recommend starting your game at Go Ahead Travel Back in Time to October 1st, so you don't
Take it, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, or don't. That's fine. I can send you some pumpkins if you're a little short on stuff. It's okay. And if I get bonus recipes, I'll send them to you too. But also, what else? Oh, the Able sisters also are selling Halloween costumes. There was a furry monster, which was it's totally not a fursona suit, but it's definitely colored like it's a fursona suit. In that it's like wild, crazy colors, and it's got like paw, hands, and feet.
Right.
But it's like neon pink and white, so it's not, and I got a mage's outfit, which is definitely not like a cool little witch dress, and I got a vampire costume, and then also, available at the Nook Miles shop is, body paint for costumes and colored contacts, which are also only available in October, as far as I can tell. And you can use those at any point. So I've changed my eye color like every day just to do it. Just to do it. I can do new hair and new eye color combinations, and it's fun. And then the skin tones are like white, pink, white, green, blue, and purple. For like zombie makeup. Ooh. And there are new spooky reactions, and apparently Tom and Isabel can also do the spooky reactions. They don't just respond to the spooky reactions. They'll mimic them back at you.
I can't wait to see the completed Watchdog Man cosplay.
I can't wait to have the whole Spirit Halloween experience. I did buy, there was an astronaut helmet available at my Able Sisters, and the first thing I thought was Among Us. So I did buy it, but it's only white. So, whatever. I guess I'm white. White is sus. So yeah, it's very fun. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It adds a little bit more to, like, my daily routine. I've also, side note from, like, preparing for Halloween, I've been moving houses around and setting up, like, my flowers in a more appealing way than just, like, 2 pools of flowers where I am trying to do hybrids, please and thank you. And I'm making, like, 2 little neighborhoods on either side of my island. And it's coming together quite nicely. But right now it has been interrupted a little bit by my pumpkin patch because I was so excited about pumpkins. I was just like, I'm putting them here. And then I was like, oh, this is a terrible place for a pumpkin patch. I don't want to move them yet. So I just have a pumpkin patch in the middle of my town, which is fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's my town. It's my town. But you can definitely tell, like, which parts I've been working on and which parts I haven't been. It's still nice. I'm still having fun. I can't wait for the fucking Christmas update, though, when Jingle comes. I love Jingle.
I forgot about Jingle.
I love Jingle. I love the Christmas decorations. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Halloween's going great, and if this is what they're doing for Halloween, I cannot wait for Christmas. I'm so excited. I want to do Toy Day!
I just hope that the Jingle set is not, like, primarily provided by photographing people. I just think back to, like, the June wedding anniversary set and, like, man.
Oh, no, Toy Day's typically, like, it's similar to the Halloween event. In past games, what you had to do was wear a different outfit and come up to Jingle to get more toys. You basically had to trick him into giving you all the toys for the Jingle set. And then, I think in one iteration of the game, the way to get the Jingle set was you had to deliver presents, and Jingle would give you a reward every time you delivered a present.
Yep.
But I'm excited. I have noticed I have a distinct lack of pine cones and acorns in my town, which is a little frustrating for, like, the fall items. But also there aren't that many items in the fall set, and you have through the end of November to get them. So, like, you had all of September through all of November.
Right.
So that's a much wider window to get your hands on everything, so I don't feel as bad. I do have a pine tree bonsai recipe, though, so I can finally make my little bonsai set. I'm very excited.
It's like pine tree bonsai?
Pine tree bonsai! I can build a tiny pine tree bonsai out of pine cones and clay. I don't know how pine cones and clay turn into a pine tree bonsai, but that's fine.
Oh, I don't know that either.
And then you need a pine tree bonsai and a cherry blossom bonsai and some wood to make a bonsai display, which you can then set up in your little Zen garden area or whatever. I did redo a little bit of the interior of my house. I've redone the main room, my basement, and the room on the right since the last time you guys were over. My main room is currently Imperial right now because I have almost everything from that set in a matching color. My room on the right is now the cute set, but it's all yellow. And then my basement I'm making with the mermaid furniture. I'm doing like an underwater theme.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. You guys will have to come over and check it out sometime.
Word.
It's fun. But yeah, spooky season, good time, good update. Good update. So far, it's a great update. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I just hope I have enough candy for Halloween. Stressed.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm only a little stressed. It's fine. And I also tried another game that is season related. I picked up Ari and the Secret of Seasons, which came out at the beginning of September.
Mm-hmm.
And I am disappointed a little bit. Aesthetically, it's very cute. It's kind of a puzzle platformer, but it doesn't handle well. Like Spiritfarer, I would have paid $40 for. This game I did pay $40 for, and it doesn't feel finished enough to be $40.
Been there.
You know? So I'm kind of disappointed. I've only barely gotten through, like, the beginning of it. And it's just, I don't know if I can do it. You know? I'm gonna give it another go this week to see if I can get, like, the first seasonal thing done. Like, I have the Winter Crystal, so I'm gonna see if I can get through that. And if I can't, I'm just gonna take it back. Oof. It's struggling. And I was wondering if, like, maybe it was because it's the Switch, so I'm gonna watch Alex play it a little bit on Xbox as well, just to see if it's maybe, like, a hardware issue more, or, like, a hardware issue over a software issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The handling's kind of weird. The jumping doesn't feel like jumping. It feels like your character does a jump animation, and instead of actually moving, like, the map moves to accommodate the jump. Does that make sense?
That's some Chuck Norris ass jumping, yeah.
That's not what actually happens, but, like, that's how it feels. There's no, like, weight behind anything. I don't know. It's, I want to like this game a lot, and I'm so far disappointed.
Yeah, I was profoundly disappointed, I think would be a good way to put it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, everything felt really floaty and disconnected, and, I know this is going to sound like a really weird, specific complaint, but it felt like every possible thing that I could instruct my character to do was like this, like, free-floating routine that existed only within the context of its own self. Like, nothing felt like it fit together.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's not just me then.
No, it is not.
I was worried that it was just me being picky.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
It is.
The concept is very cool, too. So, like, I'm extra bummed. Maybe I'll get over it. We'll find out. Tune in next week to find out if I got over it. And what's really frustrating is, like, I just also started yesterday Genshin Impact, which is free to play, and also apparently a gacha game, but I've played, like, 8 hours of it, and I haven't gotten to a single gacha, so I don't know what they're talking about yet. But it's free to play, and it moves so nicely, and it feels really good, and it's very pretty, and it's waifu. But I haven't gotten to the waifu part yet.
Oh, you're still in the Legend of the Husbando.
I'm still in the Legend of Zelda. Like, it feels, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, this game looked at what Breath of the Wild did and said, we can also do that, but with anime girls. And then they did that, but with anime girls. So, like, I don't feel bad spending $0 and having a better experience. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I saw something really interesting about Genshin Impact, and I wanted to run this observation past Tegan.
Okay.
Which is that, like, there's no world where Genshin Impact will scratch your itch for the next Zelda game. However, there is a world, and we live in this world, where Genshin Impact will scratch your itch for the next Tales of game.
Yes. Yes! Actually, yes. Actually, quite possibly, yes. Actually, quite possibly, you are 100% correct. Ooh, I like that take. That's tasty. That's tasty.
That is it.
It's almost like it's Diet Legend of Zelda, but not in a bad way. You know? It's also probably also Diet Tales of a little bit, because I'm not so sure how the plot is. You know? But, like, combat's fun. I've got, like, a wind mage person and a girl who shoots fire arrows.
Right.
And, like, it's fun running around the world as both of them. The only thing I could see people getting annoyed at is your, like, NPC companion, your, like, Navi or, like, Fee character.
Those are, like, kind of designed to be, like, a little annoying.
Yeah, she's, like, small, and she floats next to you, and she speaks in the third person.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, her name's, like, Paimon, I think. And the first thing I thought was she said her name, and I was like, oh, a Digimon. But it's not a Digimon. It's a little girl, and she's just like, Paimon doesn't understand why it takes you so long to climb up this mountain. And I'm like, well, because I was busy doing not the main quest. My bad. I'll come climb up the mountain. And then she'll be like, Paimon wants to investigate over here so you can learn how to do cooking. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go investigate over there and learn how to do cooking. But, like, there's cooking! But, like, there's no cutscene to the cooking. It just happens. You have to do, like, a timed event where, like, you click at the right part for it to be, like, a perfect meal.
Right.
But, like, so far it's been very, very easy.
Hmm.
And this game's available on mobile and on PS4 and on PC, and it's free to play. It's free. It's free. There's waifu stuff, apparently, eventually, when you get to the gacha part. But I haven't gotten to the gacha part, and I'm 8 hours in, and normally, with most gacha games, I'm already at the gacha part. You're at the gacha part, like, 5 turns in. But I'm not at the gacha part yet. I haven't had to gacha nothing.
You haven't seen this game's money hooks.
I have not seen the money. I've seen the designs of the pixelated characters that are in this gacha, and, like, I already understand the appeal of the gacha, but I have not personally seen the gacha system or been asked to interact with it in any way. I did see at my job, I did see somebody spend $50 on it already, but I have not seen any of it, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's exciting. Can't wait to get there. You know? I want to see the money hooks, and then we'll come back in like a year, and I'll be like, I've spent $900 on this gacha game, which will still be less money than I spent on Love Nikki.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
I spent so much money on Love Nikki. I spent so much money. I was not responsible about that. But I think I can be responsible about this, because I'm responsible with my Bushy Road, and I was responsible with Fate Grand Order before I just gave up on that, and I didn't put any money into Love Live. And that's a game that you want to sink money into.
True.
So, like, so far, I think I'm recovering well. So we'll see how it goes. The girls are cute, though, and a bunch of my friends already want to cosplay them, so, like, that might be a thing we do. We'll see. The tit physics is a little weird for, like, the one character I've seen with boobs.
Is it, like, Guilty Gear or, like, Dead or Alive?
It's not Dead or Alive.
For sure.
I haven't seen any tits that are Dead or Alive comparable.
For sure.
Size or physics. But, like, the one girl I did see had, like, maybe C cups? Maybe C cups. That could just be, like, the cut of the fabric sort of deal. But they did, like, this rolling ocean motion while she was standing still, which was interesting. But it wasn't, like, heavy breathing up and down. It wasn't bouncy. It wasn't anything like that. It just, like, they just rolled a little bit like she was swaying, and they were also swaying in time with her sway. I don't know. It was not bad. It was just interesting.
Yeah, I was like, huh.
But I haven't seen anything ridiculous.
Okay, for sure.
I haven't seen anything that's like, what is that? What? That's not how boobs work. It's just like, oh, is that like a waterbed? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm excited. I'll let you know when I get to the gacha part. I want to play it immediately after we're done.
Like, okay, so how do you think that? Do you think that reaching the money hooks will make you enjoy the game less?
I don't think so. I think it depends on what the money hooks mean. You know? Because from what I've heard, for people who have met the money hooks, basically after that point, it gets kind of grindy.
Right.
And you can use the money hooks to speed up that part. Or you can use the money hooks to get new characters. But I like the girls I have so far, who I've just met organically in the story and have just joined my party. So I'm not pressed to see what's up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I need the money hook, you know, to
Right.
like make the game interesting so far.
So it is not a treadmill in search of a treadmill. Like, it feels like a contained, satisfying experience.
Yes, so far it is a contained, satisfying experience. In an open world adventure setting that has the color palette of Breath of the Wild with a little bit less bloom and a little bit more pastel. Also, I can glide! This game went, fuck fall damage. You can glide down from places. And I went, nice! Also, I fought a dragon, but it was a weird-ass looking dragon, but okay. It was like a bird dragon. I'm not mad about it. I have questions that I want the game to answer about it, though. So yeah, so far so good. I'll keep you updated in a week. What have you been up to, Brian? More of that Mario?
I saw
That Mario guy?
a movie trailer that made me want to, like, walk into the sea.
Oh?
Yeah.
And fall face first?
Yep.
What movie trailer was it?
Borat 2.
What?
Yeah.
That's not real.
Wait.
That's not. You're lying to me right now.
Wait.
You're using the words to lie to me right now.
Tegan, I can assure you Borat 2 is real.
No!
Yep.
No, it is not. I refuse to
Yep.
acknowledge this existence. This is a terrible turn of events. What the fuck?
That was mainly my take too, Tegan. Now just, like, make that and make it old. You know, like...
I don't have to. I'm already old.
Like, I think during the trailer it was like 16 years ago. Like, here to go back and go by a store. I'm like, fuck. Really? It's been that long? Ugh.
You just became Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. It's no good. It's no good being Mr. Krabs. I don't know. I mean, Borat 1 could drive?
Just because it can doesn't mean it should.
Who's gonna get Borat a license?
Oh, you think he shows up to the DMV and is like, very nice, and he gets kicked out? Like,
Yeah, I think he straight up fails the test. I think he crashes the car.
I think he gets in there and sexually harasses the testing agent. It doesn't matter if the testing agent is a boy or a girl. They get sexually harassed, and he gets kicked out of the BMV. That's weird. I don't like it.
I'm coming down against it for multiple reasons, but the primary reason of which is makes Brian feel very old.
I like that that's your primary complaint.
Look, I'm being honest here. Unlike our listeners.
I was honest, Brian.
Don't buy no records, don't buy no movies. Kind of, like, surprised, but, like, because even somebody like me, who only, like, casually follows, like, an esport, has been able to, like, follow, like, okay, like, if you're just a Hearthstone guy, there's probably enough in you to, like, be kinda interested in following other esports. Like, Hearthstone is very much like baby's first esport. You know, with only 2 players, it's, like, a lot easier to, like, discuss player movement in a meaningful way. The player movement is always going to occur in a situation where it's not happening simultaneously. So, like, there's a lot of opportunity out there for some, like, really good Hearthstone commentary.
Right.
Right. So what'll happen is like, I'll get the wild burr on my butt and be like, oh, let me go check out some other streams. And I'll pull up, like, some guy's stream. And, it's like, what's this? He set himself to the incredible bulk. What's it? Let's go. Guys,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, man. Like, what, Rocky? Did I break you, Rocky?
No, I'm fine.
All right. No, I would have thought there were some like natural market condition reactions to like the way COVID impacted the esports scene this year.
There have been, but go on.
And some which I thought would have been more natural,
Mm-hmm.
which is that like it is harder to go out there and beat the bushes for like brand new viewers, or to like try and find like, you know, the things that will get in like supposedly unspoiled as pure driven snow, like brand new like where are the casts which are speaking to and exploiting people just like me? You know, like I want like hey buddy, like you watch a little of a Hearthstone? Well, let's put this match into terms you can understand, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that would have been that would have been a good call.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, as far as, like, new viewership goes, I mean, sure, unless there's, like, a significant spike, like, all at once, and let's say the people that show up don't appear to be literate, then yeah, that sounds like a more organic reaction.
Yeah.
But I think...
Don't appear to be literate.
Yeah, well, like, you know, game literate. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
But, like, most people, if they just see the viewership numbers go up, and then there's, like, no commentary, or, like, you know, no, like, confusion or anything like that, they're probably just going to keep on trucking, right? I think the way that that kind of content evolves, especially, like, in a streamer-focused environment, is that people need to, like, be a bit more honest about, like, hey, I don't know what just happened. Can you explain it to me? And I know that's a dangerous position, especially in a streamer-based environment. But, like, what'll happen is that the creators that are tuned to, like, bring in new players will bring in those players. They'll be adequate teachers and, like, expand the reach of the game. While people who suck at it will, like, maybe retain their audiences, but would also probably lose those new viewers. Like, you gotta call their bluff, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
That is a sound. Travel to me via the internet.
He's got all those scary ideas.
Oh dear. It's only a little scary, it's okay. You're allowed to be a little frightened.
According to whom?
I don't know, man. Like, because it definitely happened in, like, 2009. Or even, like, when Smash, like, streaming became a bigger deal and people were trying to wrap their head around wave dashing on a national scale. What happened is that there were enough people that showed up and say, hey, I don't know what the fuck's going on my screen. And you may think that makes you better than me, but it doesn't. I just want to know. I'm interested in playing this game just like everybody else. I just want to know what the best people are doing. Can you explain it to me? And some people reacted badly to that. And some of them didn't. And those are the people that grew.
Is this the part of the show where we introduce Brian to the concept of V-streamers? Virtual streamers? VTubers?
VTuber? What the fuck is a V?
Tegan, do it.
Wait.
Tegan, let's go.
Okay, Brian, VTubers are people.
Oh no.
Yeah, who, instead of showing their face while they stream, they show a 2D or 3D model of a cute anime character.
Nope, don't like that.
Actually, fun fact, Pokimane recently translated her stream into VTuber only. She no longer, like, films her face.
Yep. And they do this so that they can present a persona instead of showing their actual face on the actual internet. And there are a bunch of these, but in the last couple weeks, it's kind of exploded a bunch because of the announcement of HoloLive, specifically an English branch of HoloLive, which is a conglomerate of VTubers. They're all on Twitch, and they play video games and chit-chat, and, like, they do the normal Twitch thing, but they just have a cute anime overlay.
That means you too, listener, dear listener, could one day be Hatsune Miku.
That means us? Well, I don't think you can be Hatsune Miku because her image is technically copyright.
That's true.
Copyrighted, yeah. But you could theoretically make your own VTuber stream, and, like, honestly, I would prefer that. So if we ever did Impossible Coin, like, face stream stuff, like, I would commission a VTuber model, and 1/3 of Impossible Coin would be a VTuber. Brian, they're cute. Brian, they're cute girls or boys.
1/3 of the stream will be Brian sitting in a shower in the dark, crying.
Yes. Yep, that would be 1/3 of the stream. And the rest of the stream would be Rocky going, Brian, please, come on.
Yeah.
We got a show to do.
We have a show to do, Brian!
Will he be a VTuber while doing this?
It depends. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll flip a coin. Who knows?
Oh, you do like 50% of your streams with a VTube model and 50% without?
Yeah, that's also an idea. I'm interested in that.
Oh. God damn it.
Half the streams, it's just us going, Brian, come on, turn your VTube model on, Brian. Brian, it's fine. The water is fine.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Brian, look, no one has to know that I'm wearing pajamas, Brian. I didn't have to do makeup, Brian.
That does sound nice. Like, I could still stream, and even though I haven't had a haircut in a while, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, no one could judge me for being a woman. I'd just be judged for being an anime woman, which is fine.
Most people love anime women.
I can put up with that criticism.
Okay, so I do want to cover this one thing. I am working on the stuff that I want to play for Game of the Year. I have recently figured out Wingspan. I am the Birdman. It's really interesting. It isn't a deck building game, which I had hoped it was initially, but I guess I probably could have learned that if I read a bit more about the board game Wingspan. But it being like a card-based like interaction game that isn't really confrontational was really interesting to me. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm also looking forward to playing Paradise Killer, Fey Tactics, finishing Spiritfarer, and digging a bit deeper into Spellbreak before our eligibility year's done.
Yep.
And I'm mapping that out on my calendar currently.
Not to mention all the fun AAA titles.
Oh.
What AAA titles?
I don't think I'm going to play Cyberpunk. Like, I'm not prioritizing it right now, and I don't feel like I have to.
Does Cyberpunk come out in the window? I thought it came out after the window closed.
No. It comes out at, like,
See?
mid-November, and our window extends through December now.
What? Why would I thinking it came out in January?
Well, it's because it might come out in January, because you know they've been pushing this date forward since April.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're right. Fair enough. Okay, so I might still be right.
Yeah.
I may have just seen advertisement from an alternate timeline.
I was exposed the other day.
To an alternate timeline?
Kind of.
Oh.
I was exposed the other day to, like, a Facebook memory, and it said, if you think that Cyberpunk is going to be out this spring, I have some cybernetically enhanced shit to sell you. And sure enough, obviously there was no Cyberpunk in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, who are the people who think that CD Projekt Red is going to get... No! Hey, two things you can count on. The game's going to be 5 years late, and the employees will have been abused. Like,
Oh my god.
Oof.
oh, God.
For anyone who has been keeping track of my video game purchases, I am still planning to buy the stupid Kingdom Hearts rhythm game.
Hell yeah.
I'm just not playing it before December.
Alright. Fine, I guess.
At least not on purpose. Maybe if I have time, I'm going to get ahead on my list, but my list takes priority.
That's fair.
Tegan, you were on a stream.
I was on a stream. With my friend, not of the show. Well, I guess my friend of the show, I guess. My name is Gada. They do baking on Saturdays usually, and they do video games on Fridays. But this week, they had a special order that they had to do on Friday, so instead, on Saturday, they streamed Among Us, and I was very bad, but it's okay. The first game I got imposter, someone came up around a corner right after I finished killing someone, and I didn't get a chance to run away. Whoops. Whoops. And I was like, in my defense, I didn't see you coming around the corner.
Oh my god.
And in another round, our host Gata had to play the game for 2 minutes blindfolded.
Oh, I was there for
and
that.
the imposter, yeah, huh?
I was there for that.
Oh yeah, and the imposter vented right in front of them. Good times. And then later they or maybe before that, I don't remember, it doesn't matter. They weren't allowed to report bodies or use the emergency meeting button, so they just had to be very, very suspicious and try to lead someone else over to where a body was.
Oh wait, I saw that too. He was really exasperated.
It was really funny.
Like, Gato was trying to lead people into, like, electrical, but he was, like, dancing around them, and they're just like, oh, no, I'm not going into that lone corner with you. That's dumb. And, like...
This is where I die. And there were only, like, 6 of us.
It was, like, 2 or 3
people.
So it's
like, no, please.
Oh, it was really good.
Very funny. 10 out of 10. We're probably gonna do it again, but I don't know when. But when we do, I will definitely... give everyone here a heads up again to be like, hey, I'm gonna be streaming Among Us like an idiot. I'm bad at this game, but it's fun.
I am just so surprised that, like, all it took was a new graphical interface for people to start playing, like, Asshole or Town Called Salem. Just, like, here we are.
I think people have always enjoyed playing those kinds of games. It's just no one can see anyone IRL anymore.
Yeah. Also, like, a bunch of streamers started picking it up all at once. And so, like...
That is true.
That, like, wildly expands audiences for, like, especially smaller scalar games.
Yeah.
It was kind of a perfect storm situation for them.
Mm-hmm. They even dropped their sequel. They're just going to tune the original now at this point.
I think they're still eventually planning on doing the sequel. From what I read of their, like, statement, It's just right now they're like, no, we're gonna work more on this now since there's a bunch of people playing it.
True.
And, like, honestly, good on them. Congratulations, your baby has sprouted 1,000 wings. Please, if you are playing it on mobile, obviously it's free. But if you buy it on Steam, don't pirate it because it is only $5 and it is ridiculously fun for $5.
It's also really small teams, like 3 people.
In this home, we don't fuck over small creators.
True.
If we find out you're fucking over small creators, I'm coming for your kneecaps.
We will find you.
It won't be hard.
Jeez.
It probably won't, though.
This is a threat. Please interpret it as such.
I have done so. Gosh.
Well, Brian, you're not going to pirate Among Us, right? Like, you wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't download a pizza. I'd download a pizza. I'll download a pizza right now.
Oh my god, download.
Where are these bootleg pizzas coming from?
It's clearly Domino's.
It doesn't matter.
They're developing the technology.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I would download a bootleg pizza from my local Domino's. No, I wouldn't. They're nice. They like me.
Oh man, I still know all my people from my local Domino's. Mostly because I used to work there like 5 years ago, and a lot of them are still there.
The guy who delivers the pizza from my local Domino's has delivered pizza to my family specifically for at least 20 years.
Word.
He's great.
He's coming to all the family
Shout out
functions.
to Scott, my favorite pizza man.
Shout out.
I don't think he listens to this.
Oh god, you gotta tell him about it. Tell him that you gave him a shout out. Oh man.
Wow.
I think maybe we should do news.
Yeah, I think we're capable of news.
Yep.
Sick. So everyone, the Pokemon Company and Nintendo has given us an update on the Sword and Shield expansion. The Crown of Tundra release will happen October 22nd. We'll have a new Winter Zone, because, games like this have a Winter Zone. It will include Galarian Slowking, Galarian variants of the legendary bird trio, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and 2 new Reggie variants, which appear to be Reggie Thunder and Reggie Dragon. The raid content that was promised, Dynamax Adventures, will also be available. It will include all the previous legendary Pokemon from previous generations, split between the 2 versions. The split is unclear currently, but bring your friends. Go raid some shit. Get some Pokemon. Back in Galar, the Galar Star Tournament will be in full force, where you're able to double battle the gym leaders in a tournament. You team up with a gym leader, and, you'll get new character interactions, new animations, and possibly new Pokemon. So look forward to it. For everyone who wants to catch up, who didn't catch the initial wave of Sword and Shield, you will be able to buy an all-in-one Sword or Shield version, including the expansion pass, on November 6th. A price has not been mentioned by Nintendo outright. However, Target currently has the package at $89.99, which combines the price of the original game plus the expansion. Currently, there are special edition Ash Hat Pikachus, where you can get a Pikachu with one of the many hats that Ash has worn over the course of the anime series. The first one was distributed through Mystery Gift, the code being Pikachu Get, with the I replaced with a 1. The second being I Choose You, with the I being replaced with a 1 as well. They also announced that Pokemon Home will finally be a continuous link where you can send Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home to your copy of Sword and Shield. They are also reintroducing the mystery box dynamic in Pokemon Go, which will also allow you to get more Meltans,
Yep.
and be able to transfer them into your Pokemon Home, as well as a mystery gift, G-Max Melmetal, which is able to Dynamax into a special version of Melmetal for Sword and Shield. So it looks like they're finally closing the book on the expansions, making Pokemon Sword and Shield a complete release, and it is going above the standard price. And I have a couple of things that I'd like to discuss, but how do you guys feel about this so far?
I mean, it seems like it's a good amount of content, so I'm not upset about it.
Nintendo has historically not been one for, like, discounting core products as major expansions come out. Whether or not they're right to do that is an entirely different other conversation.
That's fair.
For the people who like the Pokemon, this appears to yank their crank.
So there are two things I wanted to bring attention to here. One, that when Nintendo was trying to get the Pokemon Company to sign off on their new Pokemon release, the Pokemon Company didn't want to do it, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
They had reservations about how viable Switch was as a platform, and they did not want to rush whatever the new mainline Pokemon was. And I'm interested because at the same time, long-term fans of the series, obviously mostly in the potable space, but some who are familiar with some of the console releases like Pokemon Coliseum and Coliseum XD, felt like Sword and Shield was hollow, that it did not offer a substantial endgame experience, and the lacking of like a complete national dex was a non-starter for people who were engaged with the series. There were a handful of reasons why it didn't come out all at once. One that they stated was like unique animations for the various Pokemon, and it does seem like they did a very good job. And now with the Crown of Tundra's expansion, it appears that the complete national dex will be available along with new Pokemon and an endgame experience. So my question is that what would have happened if Nintendo had bowed to the Pokemon Company for whatever reason and decided to release the entire game a year or maybe even 2 years later? And what does this mean that like this complete experience comes in at not only at a console price, but at a console plus price? And would that have still been the same later down the line?
I think that the conversation in a year or two would have been very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God, what was Pokemon was what, last year?
Yeah,
Yep.
November 2019.
Right. So in November 2021, what we'll have will arguably be the first real Q4 of the new generation.
Right.
There's a giant asterisk hanging on this one. A giant COVID-shaped asterisk.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I think it'll be a lot harder to keep a conversation focused around, like, Pokemon and whether or not the economics are suitable for it when, like, everybody's, like, dumping their first, like, raft full of, like, new machine stuff out there. So I think by going for when they did, they get to, like, control the larger cultural conversation.
So a couple of things that I do want to highlight. Let's say in an alternate scenario that Pokemon Sword and Shield complete. So like Crown of Tundra and Isle of Armor were just included in the base game, and they came out in 2021. One of the things that they could have done is at that point we would have had a year of like whatever came out on PlayStation and or PS5 and the new Xbox family of systems.
Nothing's coming out on PS5 exclusively.
Fair enough.
So far.
Yeah.
So far, nothing's coming out on PS5 exclusively.
But one of the things that they probably could have been able to do is that they would have been able to price like the entire game as a package in November 2021 at like a $70 game, which is ostensibly cheap from what it is right now, but it also would have been something else to fight about because it's essentially a past-gen game, arguably on a past-gen system, that's now being sold at like the new next-gen price. Maybe at that point, we would have known something about Switch Pro. Hell, maybe they released Switch Pro in November 2021, but that's a variable that we can't really discuss that much of. But also, at that point, Temtem would have been out for roughly a year because Temtem is set to leave early access in January of next year. So they would have had 8 months to be a fully fledged Pokemon MMO, albeit with like probably less interesting character designs, but it would have been a working thing that they could play just about anywhere. It might have also still been on Switch. In addition, Kindred Fates would have been through their alpha. I think their beta is scheduled for around that same time, but it's not really a competitor, but like because it's not a complete product. But the idea that there are additional monster battlers to like play out in that space. From what I remember, Temtem's like early access release is roughly around the same time that Sword and Shield actually came out on PC. Should come out on Switch next year.
Yeah. Okay, so like I'm liking the idea of Nintendo sidestepping into the $70 price point. That seems
like the logical way to do that, to pull it off without pissing people off.
Right.
Well, you piss people off, but you're presenting them something that they want so much that they'll be like, they'll just swallow their pride and be like, fine, I'll buy your $70 Pokemon. I think that the biggest thing that they can still do is reliably turn a lot of those like low engagement hooks that exist around the franchise into higher engagement hooks. Like, sure, there's people out there who still play Pokemon Go, but like, I don't think Pokemon Go is actively generating new users at this point. Like, I think their goal is more like any large MMO, like they've moved on to the retention phase of their life cycle.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, I think that like Nintendo's in a very unique opportunity because of the way people emotionally relate to this product. They have an electric mouse, and if they truck it out and it goes pika pika, the world goes fucking crazy. They have like certain ideas, certain notions associated with this franchise that if they reveal them or if they are in play, like, people go nuts. And I think that extra 2 years of dev time could have been spent nostalgia proofing the gameplay. Like, one of the complaints I heard about Sword and Shield most was that, and this speaks to all the missing stuff that Rocky mentioned, was that the gameplay felt incomplete. That it didn't feel like it was all there. And if they had released a game that was like indisputably all there, then they could have like sorted out more like hooks to turn new users into like, you know, heavy casuals or casual pluses for stuff like Pokemon Go. Like, if they're like, hey everybody, you know, like bank 10 Caterpies and get, you know, like one shiny Caterpie, like there are things they could have done to put like a rotating turnstile onto Pokemon Go, and that's kind of what I expect to see. Like, the next time they have a full on retail release, which I believe they will for this DLC, because I think this is one of those like weird DLC which is available as a standalone cartridge.
No, Crown of Tundra isn't a standalone cartridge. It's still an expansion on Sword and Shield. That's why they're doing like the sort of like complete version that's coming out on the 6th, which will include like Pokemon Sword and Shield, the base game, plus the DLC essentially on the cartridge, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
I see what you're saying, though. The fact that they didn't use it as an opportunity to get more people into, like, Pokemon Go is interesting. Because it's still there. Like, with the Melton thing, like, it's still there, but you can't transfer your Galarian Pokemon into Pokemon Go yet. And I believe they would want to keep, like, the Galarian, Articuno, and Zapdos and Moltres as raid bosses in Pokemon Go, just based on how they've been doing their raid bosses. So it doesn't make sense that you'd be able to transfer those Pokemon back into Pokemon Go from Sword and Shield.
I think the Pokemon Company really could have used those 2 years, if not only because what you're describing, Brian, as far as I can tell, didn't work with Pokemon Let's Go. That there were, like, Pokemon Let's Go is like sort of like a simplified version of, like, the Pokemon experience.
The issue with Let's Go is, like, that's simplified in all caps as part of, like, a key definition of the experience. Like, I couldn't even just sit there, like, holding the Switch in my lap. Like, I had to, use it as a Wiimote motion controller, and it felt weird. There were lots of moments in Let's Go Eevee that just felt weird because of, like, how stripped down and how reduced the experience was.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like the parity that they were attempting to create with Pokemon Go didn't even feel like true parity to people who play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay, I guess catching is this and catching is that, and Let's Go, I guess they're similar, ... I would like to know that there is somewhere a dark infographic, and it just shows the Pokemon ramp, and what parts of the product exist on different parts of the ramp.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, like, Sword and Shield came out the year after Let's Go.
Yes.
Yep.
And Pokemon Company didn't want to do that. And what they ended up doing, like, the Pokemon battles, which I do think it offered a bit more, like, onboarding things that, like, veterans of the series may have been a bit more familiar with. Like, it points out super effective moves, points out tight matchups when you're, like, switching Pokemon in and out. But I agree that, like, things that were supposed to offer more depth, like Gigantamaxing and, like, raid battles, weren't really that deep. And it's probably because, like, they needed to get it out the following year. And, like, they were hoping on a longer dev cycle.
I mean, I also understand, like, why they didn't do a longer dev cycle, just because of, like, the cyclic nature of Pokemon and all of the, like, card games.
Mm-hmm.
That's just poor timing at that point, though.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, they also had, like, the anime coming out around the same time.
Yeah. They just fucked themselves, basically.
I wonder how many developers out there are going to, in the future, take advantage of that year that COVID built into their dev cycles.
Well, I mean, it was definitely disruptive, like, on the dev side as well, but hopefully someone can capitalize on it.
I hope we end up seeing a lot of interesting games doing different stuff. And I also hope we see a lot of games that do more fun stuff, quote-unquote fun stuff with, like, online connectivity and cross-platform connectivity, especially.
I mean, it's what the people want.
I mean, we just want to be able to hang out with our friends in games that aren't necessarily MMOs.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I mean, honestly, most of my friends hang out in League or, like, some shooter anyways. So, like, the idea of, like, games being a third space and, like, doing that well seems like something that could be really successful in the current climate.
Well, and the way VR chat has gone also, to, like, allow you to simulate, like, being in a room with people when you can't be in a room with people. Like, I think that's also going to be kind of a big thing we're going to see.
I'm actually interested to see how PS5 tries to create that space in VR, because Oculus wants that space so bad.
They do. We'll keep on top of it for you guys, for sure.
Guys, I'm only going to ask the question once.
Yeah.
Does PlayStation make it out of this generation branded as a Sony product?
Oh, God, I don't know.
You mean, okay, so you're saying like 7 to 10 years from now?
that Facebook PlayStation.
I don't think they're going to do it. I mean, I could see how they could, but I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't know. I was serious when I said nothing is coming out on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing is coming out on PS5.
Well, like,
it's not the first party for anything.
One of the big problems is that just like the year before the generation ended, like they had a huge corporate shakeup, like all at once. And then COVID happened. And then like Microsoft reveals that they've been putting their shit together for the past 5 years. It's a perfect storm for them.
I mean, okay, a couple different thoughts. One, management shakeup is really kind to what's been going on at Sony.
Yeah.
That shit's been a blood feud.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been wild to watch happen in public.
Yeah, imagine trying to release a console during a fucking blood feud.
Oh my god.
I hope that they come out stronger, if that makes sense. Like, not necessarily, like, more entrenched in, like, what Sony is, but, like, better as a company, you know?
Yeah. That would be nice, yes.
They won't, but I want them to.
Tegan, are you hoping that they learn from a blood feud?
Yeah, I am. I am. I hope they make some changes to how they run their shit. And they become a better company overall. But they won't. And, like...
Well, I mean, capitalism says
ready
that's a
to
near,
accept
like,
that.
inevitability, Tegan.
Right, I know. But I'm upset. I'm upset. And we're gonna get into that a little bit here in a second. But, like, I'm upset. I'm gonna pay fucking $500 for... I'm just gonna get into it now. Fuck it. I'm gonna pay $500 for a brand new box, and nothing unique is coming out on it. There is no point in upgrading, and it's not even like they're doing an entire, like, full library cross-section the way that Xbox is, where, like, literally the reason you are upgrading is just so you can have the best graphics, the best fucking gaming computer that is not just a gaming computer, you know? Like, PlayStation doesn't even offer that. Like, what the fuck? What is the point of upgrading? I'm not gonna notice a graphical difference. My eyesight fucking sucks. I want the unique games. And the unique games aren't coming out on PlayStation 5. They're also gonna be out on PlayStation 4. So there's literally no point in upgrading to a PlayStation 5. None. There's no benefit to upgrading to a PlayStation 5 right now. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, what am I gonna do? Play all my PlayStation 4 games on my PlayStation 5? I'm so fancy. My PlayStation 4 has more internal memory than PlayStation 5! Who cares? Are they gonna look graphically different? Maybe. Am I gonna be able to fucking tell the difference? No! I'm upset! I don't wanna! I might cancel my pre-order. I'm pissed. What the fuck is the point?
Well, Tegan, I do want to say PS5 has one exclusive.
What is it? Is it that fucking Astro game? Oh, what?
Demon Souls?
Demon Souls? Whatever. I'm not gonna play Demon Souls. To be fair, Alex did say, I think you would be good at Demon Souls.
I think you would also be good at Demon Souls. I'd love to watch
I think you'd like that game, and I think you'd be good at it. And I'm like, cool. I don't give a fuck. I don't like zombies. I don't like spooky monsters. What the fuck? Tegan, you're gonna love this movie. It's set in Japan. Fuck you. Fuck you. My friends in high school who tricked me into watching The Grudge. Fuck you in particular. You took advantage of my love of Japan.
You know what's really funny, Tegan? I didn't know that The Grudge was about Japan until I saw, like, Scary Movie 3, where, like, they did the bit where, like, the character from The Grudge was just saying, like, random, like, Japanese brands.
Oh, yeah.
She's just like, Toyota, Mitsubishi. I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck is this? And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, The Grudge is in Japan. That makes sense.
Yeah, my friends tricked me into going because they're like, Tegan, you're gonna love this movie. It's set in Japan. And I was like, okay. The Grudge sounds like it's a scary movie, though. And they were like, you'll be fine. And I screamed like a fucking bitch in the theater the entire time. And then my sister has a fucking black cat. And she, like, legit reaches into my lit doorway to pick up the cat. And I don't see her at all. I just see these arms coming for this cat. Just like in the fucking movie. And I screamed like a bitch at home.
Oh, no.
It was not a good time. But it makes for an excellent story. And my dad asked me how I liked it, and I told him how I was fucking scared and being a bitch baby in the theater, and he just goes, so you were thoroughly entertained? And I'm like, fuck you, Dad! Yeah, I was thoroughly entertained. I forgot entirely that I was in the middle of a theater crying like a bitch. My bad!
Oh, no.
And my dad said the same thing when I landed in Japan in the middle of a hurricane. He's like, well, did you have an adventure? Yeah, I had a fucking adventure. It wasn't fun. But I did it. So that gets us into our Nier Automata shit. Though we have a decent amount of new info. Stream happened at the Tokyo Game Show.
Oh, yeah.
Which was cool. They used a little puppet for Yoko Taro, which was fun. And apparently, like, Japanese people who were watching the Tokyo Game Show stream kept asking if they were going to sell the puppets. And they're like, maybe we will. Huh?
Like, they just didn't plan them?
Yeah, literally on the thing, they were like, well, we only have this one right now, but perhaps it is a prototype for something we will be selling in the future. Which is, like, literally, that is the most Japanese maybe not I've ever heard. Even though typically Japanese maybes mean no, like, that sounds like a fucking maybe to me. Anyway, so they announced that the remake of the Nier game is titled Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139 because fuck you. And it's coming out April 23rd, 2021. But it's coming out for Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, and the PC. It will not be released for the PS5 or Xbox Series X and S consoles, but will be backwards compatible with both systems. Literally, it's coming out in April of next year, and it's not going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm pissed about that. But they did announce a bunch of the trailer. They detailed a lot of the changes that are being made with this remake in an interview with Famitsu, which happened after the Tokyo Game Show. The gameplay itself is taking a lot of notes from Nier Automata, so it's going to be more fluid overall, but they're not making it as fast as Nier Automata. The visuals are being upgraded, the screenplay and the camera work from the original are staying the same. The team is also apparently putting into a lot of effort for additional parts of the game that will get old fans to buy it and new fans who got into the Nier series with Automata to check it out. And voice lines and music are being re-recorded, so they're in high quality. They got back all of the original voice actors.
Nice.
So you're going to hear the same voices as you did before, at least in the Japanese audio. It is important to note, though, that the original Nier story had two versions released. Gestalt, which is the version that got released in the West, and Replicant, which was only released in Japan. Replicant is considered the truer ending and the truer story, and that is the version that is being remade, not Gestalt. So, it's going to be a new story for anyone who played Gestalt previously. I mean, like, not a new, like, story overall, but, like, a new ending.
I hear you.
Yeah. But I'm still mad it's not coming out for only PS5. What the fuck? I'm so mad. I'm so mad, Sony. What the shit? Ugh. And, like, that's not Nier's fault.
No, it's Sony's fault. They weren't paying attention. They didn't send the right people.
Yeah, it's Sony's fault because they were fucking dumb. Anyway.
Blood Feud, remember? Blood Feud.
Yeah. Fuck this Blood Feud, man. It's fucking up my gaming system. Anyway, they did also announce a super cool Nier Automata figure that's like, I swear to God, it's gotta be as big as my Diva figure. And it's got A2, 2B, and 9S on it. Oh, I want it. I'm sure it's several $100s. It's a Sony store exclusive. It's probably already sold out, even though they haven't listed it online yet. And like, oh, it's gorgeous. But that's it. That's the new info from Nier.
What? I want to know more about that mobile game. The mobile game looks good for some reason. I can't put.
Oh yeah, no, the mobile game looks really good for some reason, and that's also coming out and will be available. Like, you can pre-register for it.
Fuck! I knew I forgot to do something.
So it's coming out soon. It is also it's going to be a gacha game, and they did tell you that up front. It's going to be a gacha game.
They did.
So, I'm afraid to pre-register for it because Lord knows 2B and 9S are both going to be in that gacha system, and I'm never going to fucking get them. Also, 2B should be coming to Smash. How dare. insult.
Well, I mean, she's in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, but I want her in Smash. They put fucking Steve in Smash. They put Minecraft Steve in Smash.
Let Sakurai die.
I mean, that's actually just a really good business choice for, like, Nintendo. And, like, Sakurai needs so much help. Like, please free Sakurai. He doesn't need to die.
Sakurai's so fucking funny.
Like, Sakurai's just...
He's so funny.
He's sitting there.
When they told me, when they asked if they could put Steve in Minecraft, I said, they must think it's like magic. What wizardry we would have to use to put it in there. So of course I said I would do it. You are so fucking pissed at these fans of fucking Smash.
Dude,
good for you, Sakurai.
He hates
good
him
for
so
you.
much.
10 points
so
for
good.
Sakurai.
Kick loose this mortal coil.
It's so funny. I love watching him be salty over people being bitches. Like, Minecraft Steve does not look like anybody else, and he basically was like, yeah, there's no way we can make them look graphically like anyone.
It doesn't matter, he's busted, because he can fucking put blocks at the edge of stages for some reason.
He can build off the stage. That's great. I mean, the blocks do disappear after a moment, but like, Also, Kirby turns into a little digital cube when he eats Steve.
Wait, no, hold on. First of all, do we have confirmed images of, like, Minecraft Kirby? Because I've seen a lot of fakes, and I don't know 2020 is, like, crazy enough that I don't know what anything is anymore. I can't trust reality, but I don't know what Minecraft Kirby looks like.
I'm pretty sure they did officially release 8-bit Kirby, which is just a square with cute little 8-bit eyes.
Gotta find this shit. Damn it, Minecraft Kirby.
This is great.
Okay, no, I've seen Minecraft Kirby isn't real. That's not stopping Smash Friends. I've seen the shop contest. Okay, hold on. This is what Kirby looks like. Okay, no, I see it. Yep, this is real.
Yep,
got it. Nintendo Europe.
Yeah, Nintendo Euro. Good job. Top 10. Love it. Minecraft Kirby being a digital fucking cube is exactly what Minecraft Kirby needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice. But also, I want Nier Automata. I want to see 2B in there.
I want to see Kirby with the headband. Or sorry.
Yeah, I want to see Kirby with the one eye covered or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The diagonal blindfold and fucking white hair. Let's go.
Perfect.
Here he looks like a boss when he's Bayonetta. It's fine. This is fine. I'm not mad at Nier. I'm very happy that there was news for the new game. They're releasing a DVD of the orchestral thing for people who didn't get to go to that. They're doing like all kinds of cool stuff. I'm just mad that April 23rd, it's still gonna be a PS4 exclusive. Why? I'm so upset. This Blood War is fucking dumb. I don't like it.
Well, see, Tegan, there are two factions in Sony. It's the Devils and the Demons, and they're both fighting for supremacy. The Devils are on our side, but the Demons, they only want chaos. So
here's the thing. Like, is it a better idea for me to scalp my fucking pre-order and try to make a quick buck so I can get one when there are actually exclusive games? Or do I actually keep it and be like, yeah, here's my new PlayStation 5. I can't tell you if the graphics are actually better or not, so here's Alex to tell you whether or not the graphics are actually better or not, because I can't fucking see a difference.
Alex owns a PC, right?
Alex owns a PC, and he's getting an Xbox One X.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember if Demon's Souls is actually coming out on PC, but if it is... Wait, no, it's not. I think it's actually straight up a PS5
Yep.
exclusive. Damn it.
Is it a timed exclusive, or is it...
Tell him to eat the bullet on Demon's Souls and just scalp the PS5.
Okay. I can do that. You heard it here first, guys. I'm going to be scalping my PS5. I might not actually scalp my PS5. I'm just angry. I'm just mad. It's dumb.
It is dumb.
Why am I upgrading? Why? What is the fucking point? It took me 1,000 years to get on the fucking PS4 train.
Oh, man.
And I got on it exclusively because...
It had exclusives?
Oh, what was it? Yeah, it was the exclusives. And now, like... Not only are there not really any exclusives, the things that are exclusives aren't even exclusive to the new system. Fucking stupid.
Okay, I see now why I was confused, because I do remember from the Demon's Souls trailer that it said that it was going to come out on PC, but apparently Sony has walked that back, and they said that the Demon's Souls PC announcement was, quote, human error. Someone just assumed that it was also coming out on PC, and they were wrong. But they put it in the trailer, and no one did anything about it. Oh, God, that's really funny. Jesus Christ. I'm going to pray for Sony. I don't know who I'm going to pray to, but I'm going to pray for them. They probably need it.
If Sony dissolves because of this, if they just quit making game consoles, like, is Xbox going to pick up those exclusives? Are they? Do you think?
I think they'll probably funnel into the PC space, but Xbox also has interest in the PC space, so I guess it'll work out.
So would I play whatever, the next Detroit Become Human or whatever on the PC then, or are Alex and I gonna have to buy a second Xbox?
Well, I think what'll probably happen is that you'll whenever the new Kingdom Hearts is announced, it's gonna have like an Xbox exclusive because that's the most salient like relationship that Square Enix has with them right now, and then it's gonna come out on PC a few months later.
Gotcha. And will it also come out with a limited edition Xbox designed after a fucking Keyblade?
I mean, why not? Like
patterned like a chessboard.
Brian, do you think that's something cool to have Phil Spencer will be into?
I think that the gates of exclusive Xbox Series X's has not even really been uncorked yet, and expect to see a whole bunch of that dog shit.
I love it.
I actually really like the exclusive 3DSs. I actually waited a year so I could buy the Cobalt Fire Emblem Awakening 3DS.
Oh, that's a nice one, too.
Yeah. I was really happy with my purchase.
I did buy the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer Limited Edition 3DS.
For sure.
And now I have the Animal Crossing. I traded in my original Switch for the Animal Crossing Switch. It is very cute. I am not sorry. But yeah. So that's that. But also we got a new thing to fight about.
Oh.
I got another thing I gotta fight about.
Wait, no, hold on. You gotta hold that because
okay.
We are resurrecting an old segment. It's what came out on Steam today.
Oh, God.
Brian is pulling it from the grave as we speak.
It's very heavy.
1 second. Fuck. I don't know. For some reason, I thought that we didn't. I thought we landed on no.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine.
So,
we can just do the
it's
debate.
Fine. It's fine. Give me a second.
Okay.
Fuck!
He's summoning the nether forces.
Oh, God. Fuck! I don't wanna...
Okay.
Alright. Hey. Oh, God. No, whether or not I wanna is
irrelevant?
Irrelevant. You gotta store .fuck you .grizzly steams. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
You've murdered him, Rocky.
Fuck. God, I have to accept responsibility for this, don't I? Damn it.
You absolutely do. It's your fault. I do believe this means you owe Brian some sushi. Or is that just you?
No, it's... No.
I'm not sure how to apologize to Brian yet. I think words aren't quite enough. Hopefully he'll settle for changed behavior, but we'll see where we're at.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's today? Today's the 4th.
Today's the 4th.
Today's the 4th of October, yes.
Fuck. Alright, some video games came out on Steam today.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, I'll get you a head count. Oh, fuck. 8. There are 8.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, not at all. 1 second. First up is Pico. What the fuck is this shit?
You tell me, bro.
An excellent start to what came out on Steam today. What the fuck is this?
An action puzzle game that guides the player to the goal by considering where the stage is projected with the camera.
What? Hey, what does that mean?
AOP, what does that mean?
AOP.
They didn't really clarify.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. English language not supported.
Classic.
Perfect.
Yep. Game $2.
For sure.
So it's a classic. What came out Steam today entry. Next up is forklift and box.
Forklift and box or
Yes.
forklift in box?
Forklift and box.
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Alright. These fucks are unrelated.
It's that bad, huh?
No, I got a lot of pain. Check out this game. It is a puzzle game to test your speed and agility, to go through mazes quickly. You take your forklift and you race it around, pushing blue and red boxes, placing your red blocks into the stripe zones to move to the next levels and beat the time.
Alright. How much is it?
Free to play.
For sure.
Oh. Next is not actually a game. I should have pulled that out of my account. It's a demo. Which is... let's see here. Do we have any other demos? Oh, we have 2 other demos. So, 5. So, next game is Desktop Man for $3.59.
Mm-hmm.
With Desktop Man, you can now have living men on your desktop. He will always be with you, even while having other windows open.
As opposed to dead men?
Looks, I don't understand. Guys, I don't understand.
Okay.
It's a desktop companion, it sounds like.
Yeah. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of, there's a Desktop Man bundle where you can get a whole bunch of additional content for your Desktop Man. So as opposed to being the $3.59, if you spend $3.78, you'll get a whole bunch of additional content if that yanks your doodle. Next up is Inno Edu.
Oh, it supports VR.
Yep. I'm sorry, is this a not VR mock-up of a VR space?
Yeah, it looks like a VR chemistry lab simulation.
Lord, I have been patient.
English language not supported.
Yep.
Wait, this looks like a re-release. It says its initial release date was August 31st.
Let's see here. Critter Clicker. Casual farming simulator with unique, flexible gameplay. Auto clicker is built in and free. Gather resources, upgrade critters and buildings, and sell your farm when you want a bigger one. Never stop expanding. You're a clicker, huh?
It appears to be free to play.
You here with anybody? You want to go in the closet and
Oh my god.
see what happens?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You here with anybody?
Oh no.
I don't like it here.
You want to work over Daddy's cabbage?
No.
I don't want to know what that means.
Rocky, you don't want to work over Daddy's cabbage?
I don't want.
It feels so weird hearing you say that when you are my dad.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. It looks like there's actually one game left because the other 2 seem to be demos.
What did I miss?
Puppet Master: The Shadow Government Simulator, which I do want to talk about whenever that actually comes out, and Dungeons of Clay demo. But the last one appears to be Prairie Survival.
Prairie Survival? Why am I not seeing this one in my list?
Try refreshing, because I did load in after you did.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I hate this description.
Guys, video games were a mistake.
I don't even get to hear what Prairie
Here,
Survival is.
I'll do it.
Is that bad?
Prairie Survival. This is a first-person shooting game. The player plays a special soldier. The players are surrounded by enemies. Players are free to explore the surrounding area. Players can kill enemies or avoid enemy attacks. Live as long as you can. After killing the enemy, you can pick up the enemy's weapons.
That's it?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, alright. That sure fucking sounds like a game, I guess.
It uses right-click targeting. You can use WASD movement, left shift running, space leaping, the left control squats, mouse control direction, R loaded weapons, G the bomb, and middle
Jesus.
mouse button switch weapons.
G the bomb!
It just says G the bomb, that's all it says!
You here with anybody?
Fucking hell.
Oh, I hate it here. Why did we do this?
Oh, gee, the bomb. Oh, no. Fucking hell.
You play as a special soldier, Tegan. Oh, no.
Mr. Obama. Please save me.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's all that came out in Steam today. Okay, Tegan.
Rocky?
Wait, hold on. Tegan has a discussion.
I do. Oh, yeah, I do. I do have one discussion.
Tegan, is miso soup a tea?
You want to try phrasing that again in a way where the cadence actually makes it sound like you're forming a complete sentence and not just mispronouncing stuff?
Sure, fine, I'll do it. Okay, so Julian Rincon at JulesR23 on Twitter asks, "Oh, someone like me with this," which is Tegan's at, as well as the official Possible Coin Twitter. Tegan, new debate: is miso soup a tea? And if not, does that make all tea soups?
So here is the thing: tea is not soup. Tea is an infusion, therefore making it a broth. It is not a soup. In order for it to be a soup, it has to have other stuff in it that blends with the flavor but still retains its original taste. So miso soup itself is a soup. Tomato soup is a soup, but tea is not a soup. It's an infusion. It is a broth. You can build a soup in tea, but tea on its own is not a soup.
What differentiates tea from tomato soup?
Tomato soup has cream mixed in, either cream or milk typically.
Fair enough. So if I put milk or cream in my tea, it then becomes a soup?
If you put milk or cream in your tea and blend it so that they are basically inseparable. So royal milk tea could theoretically be a soup, but I think it is more of a hot chocolate at that point, which is not a soup.
Fair enough. Brian, any thoughts?
Yeah, why does this get so complicated?
Food is food! Math is math!
And science is science.
Yeah, just say no.
Say no to drugs, kids.
No, I mean, eat all the fucking drugs you want, but it's just fucking soup.
Are you saying it is soup, Brian? Are we disagreeing?
Fuck off, Steven.
Okay, so everyone, this has been our show. We do it every week. It's called Impossible Coin. You can find us wherever podcasts are found on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Brian, hit it for me one time.
Fuck you, SoundCloud. Fuck you so much.
Speaking of SoundCloud, kid brother of the show, Big Sach, produced the music at the beginning and end of this podcast. You can find him on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ. And if you want to talk to him directly, hit him up on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our logo is also a t-shirt. It was designed by Lauren Moran. Her Twitter is on Lauren Moran, and maybe you should follow her. But if you want to go the extra mile, maybe you should just donate to her Patreon. She does the good work. And speaking of Patreon, we have one of those too. It's at patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast. It's not /Impossible Coin. And once again, I know that makes sense. You are special. You are important. You are correct. But we're working on it. We have our best people on it, I swear. And we'll let you know when that changes. And if you want to talk to any of us directly, we're on social media. Brian's on Facebook, maybe moving to Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No spaces or underscores, anything weird like that. In fact, if you see a version of Impossible Coin with spaces, underscores, or anything weird like that, let us know. If you see something, say something. We'll take care of it. We promise. But that's us.
That is a threat. Please interpret it as such.
Jesus.
That's the show.
Good work, everybody, except for the soup thing.
Brian sus.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.